What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. Reacting to I Wish I Knew This Amp Setup Trick When I Started. Instantly Improve Your Tone in 10 Minutes by Daniel Seraph. So what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be reacting to I Wish I Knew This Amp Setup Trick When I Started. Instantly Improve Your Tone in 10 Minutes by Daniel Seraph. As always, if you have not already, please go and give Daniel a sub right now. I've also included the link for the original video in the description down below. Please go and click on that and give the original video a like. And on this video, my video, leave a comment on what you'd like to see me react to next, and let's get to it.
Do you ever sit down, plug in your guitar, and just try and get a sound out of your amp that you like and you just can't do it? In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to get the best tone as quickly as possible with your guitar and amp combo. I gotta give credit where credit is due. My friend Eddie Berman taught me this trick a few years ago, and it has changed the game for me. So if you don't know about Eddie, I'll put a link below so you can check him out. He posts wonderful clips of gear regularly and just has the most beautiful sound and plays with the most incredible touch. Just a wonderful guitar player. So that being said, let's go ahead, let's jump in. I'll show you how to dial your amp in. So I have numerous really great amps in the studio, and it's not that I'm rich or anything, it's that basically for the last 15 years that I've been like a professional guitarist, I've been investing in gear the entire time, right? And I've taught a lot of guitar lessons and bought a lot of gear. So you know, I have a Benson Vincent, I have a 1965 real Fender Bassman, I have a Two-Rock Traditional Clean, I have a
He has a 65 Bassman. I love Bassman models. I got to play, I think it was a 67 Bassman in a shop one day. Fell in love with it. It was just way too expensive for this cat.
Matchless AC30. Now I love all these amps and they sound really wonderful, but I felt like it'd be great to just grab like a not so expensive amp to do this video with. So I actually decided today I went on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and went and found a Hot Rod Deluxe for really cheap. So we're gonna use that today. Okay, so for the tone setup today, I'm gonna use my Heritage 535 from 2006. I love this guitar, I had it since 2006 and played it on a ton of gigs. It's your classic PAF style pickups. It's a 3-way switch with 4 knobs. But whatever your guitar you choose, it does not matter. You can use a Strat, a Tele, any kind of cool guitar. I got a Nova back there that I love. Any great guitar that you love will work perfectly. The first step is you're gonna go to your bridge pickup, you're gonna turn the volume and the tone wide open. Now over on the amp, which you'll see the amp right up here, I've got a little bit of volume you can hear, and it sounds pretty dark because I've got all of the EQs turned down. Now let's walk through the knobs on this particular amp. Right here, we have a little switch for bright switch, kind of classic Fender bright switch. I am not a bright switch person, so I have that turned off right now. Then we have volume, which is the volume for the clean channel. We have more drive and drive. We will not use these. These are the second channel of this particular amp, which does not sound very good. The first channel is a great clean pedal platform. You put some great pedals through, it'll be awesome. That second channel is a no-go. And then we have classic treble knob. They put the bass right here, which is interesting to me. And then middle knob right here. Again, channel select, we won't use that. The master is the volume for the gain channel, which we won't be using. Now this amp I just went and bought, and it's funny because even though I have the reverb all the way down, you'll notice there's a little bit of verb there. So that's okay, it just must not be working properly. And then finally, we have the presence knob right here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this cool little kind of G power chord. Now you might say, Daniel, that is a open G chord. Well, it's a G power chord because I'm playing 3X. I'm not playing the 5th string. Open, open, 3, 3. So there's actually no third in the chord. So if we just have 1s and 5s in the chord, we technically have a power chord, and this is an open power chord. But this will give us a really clear idea of the sound. All right, the first thing we do is we go to the treble knob. Okay, and you'll notice, again, it's like very dark right now. That's because all the EQ's down, right? So as I turn the knob up, I will pick the D and G strings, and you hear the treble engage, right? It's dark, 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 in. And I noticed that this particular amp, the treble gets a little rough, you know, past 5. And what you want to do is you want to dial it up to where it starts to sound a little bit harsh. Like there-ish, right? And then you roll it just a touch back. And then play that G chord. Now it's bright, but it's not too bright, okay? Let's now go ahead to the mids, even though we have to skip a knob here. It's cool. We're going to go treble, mids, then we're going to go bass. Okay, so again, I'm rolling in mids. What Eddie says, which I agree 100%, is that your EQ will sometimes look drastically different than you might set it normally. You end up finding some surprising settings. So I'm liking that. It's like the mids kind of filled some of that space in nicely. Now remember, I'm on my bridge pickup, so it's going to be bright. I'm expecting that.
This is definitely different approach. Only going on the D and G string and just kind of dialing those in as you go. That's different. I'm guessing where he's going with this is he's going to be adjusting the bass while he's hitting, you know, the G on the 3rd string of the E. Getting more of a bassy note out of that to see, unless he's just going to stay on just the D and G string. I wonder if he's going to incorporate any of the other pickups into it. How much drastically is that going to sound when you're on the neck pickup? You know what I mean? It's going to sound a little too bassy, perhaps. I don't know. This is different. That is for sure.
Then let's fill in some bass. That's sounding pretty rich and pretty full to me. I like it. Okay, let's go ahead to the presence. This will be that nice top end. And one thing you'll notice that I do is I like to kind of push the knob past where I would ever have it, just to really hear how the amp is dealing with those different frequencies, because every amp is a bit different. Even the same models, like my former roommate, he had like 30 amazing vintage Fenders and Marshalls that I got to play a lot. 30? And he would have, you know, I think he had maybe
30? 30 vintage Fender Marshall amps. Jesus. I just got my first full tube guitar amp. Had a lot of bass amps.
Maybe 3 deluxes, and they all sounded very different. And the EQs would work differently. So you really, like, you know, even if you played this model before or another amp that you're familiar with, you want to check out each of them. Maybe they have a different speaker in them. Maybe just the tubes are acting differently. So I really like to kind of engage and find, like, okay, what is that knob actually doing? Now I'm starting to like that. So then I go ahead to the neck pickup. I love the neck pickup, so it's a lot of times where I call home. Gotta have the volume on. All right, so I'm feeling like it sounds pretty darn good. It might be a touch bright for my taste, but remember, you can always take that down a little bit on the gig. So I might experiment at this point, just rolling some tone down, rolling some volume down. See if we could get a little jazz tone.
I'm not a big fan of adjusting the tone knobs on the instrument or bringing your volumes down on your instrument. I know it's an old school thing. There's only one instance that I myself would do that. I'm not going to get into why that is, but I like to be able to, switch pickups, of course, absolutely. But I don't know. That's just something that once you got your tone dialed in, that you could easily bump just by automatically. Me, for old habit, I like having a single master volume on, off, right up there on the guitar. So whenever having two volumes, like my Les Paul copy, I had my tech wire it up so that I have one master volume, one master tone, and essentially two dummy knobs, because I just want one master volume, so I don't see the point of having a different tone for both of them. That's just my preference, because I think that that's something that you could bump and not, keep dialed in while you're playing. You want to turn your volume right down to, in between songs to avoid noise or feedback, then you're going to be, I got to dial it back exactly to where it was. To me, that's not convenient, unless he's just using this as a temporary way to bridge over. I don't know. We'll see.
I think it sounds good. For a couple $100, you can set, really depends on the amp, but this one in particular sounds pretty fantastic for the money.
Yeah.
Let's check that middle position.
That sounds really nice.
Again, I'll still tweak a little bit. I started out as a really dark guitar player because I played classical music and jazz kind of for a long time, so I like the softer sounds. But now I really enjoy some punchiness.
He's a pretty badass player, too. Guy can play. Guy can really play. Yeah, that Heritage with that little Craigslist Fender Find there sounds pretty dang good. All about how you set it up, how you use it, and the person actually playing. Tone is in the hands in certain aspects, I believe. Although there's been videos where it's been debunked. We'll get into that maybe in another video.
And I think that sounded pretty great. Again, I just wanted to recap. Remember, whatever guitar you're playing, take it, put it on that bridge pickup, wide open, volume and tone. Take whatever amp you're playing, turn all the EQ down, get the volume to come up a little bit. If it doesn't come up, that's okay. It'll come up as you turn the treble up. And then you just turn the EQ in, treble, middle, bass. I like to do presence last. It's really nice to start with the treble. And you just add it, additive EQ, and then you end up with a really nice tone. And it's funny, with this amp, I kind of ended up with everything almost like at kind of 6 o'clock or so. And with this amp, it's funny, I ended up somewhere where I don't think that I would have normally ended up if I would have just started turning the knobs in a different way. I'm working on videos every week, and so you'll see a lot more of me nowadays, and make sure to subscribe, like this video, and ding the bell. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask them below. I'd love to hear from you guys.
All right, that was reacting to I Wish I Knew This Amp Setup Trick When I Started. Instantly Improve Your Tone in 10 Minutes by Daniel Seraph. As always, if you've not already subscribed to Daniel, go and give him a sub right now, please. And don't forget, I also put the link for the original video in the description down below. Go and click on that and give it a like. And on this video, my video, leave a comment on what you'd like to see me reacting to next. Thanks for checking out this video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, click the notification bell, like, comment, and share. It doesn't cost a thing and would really help out the channel. Also, please subscribe to my other channel, GK Mac Music, for some live looping live streams with a side of jackassery, some original music, and some short content, also with a side of jackassery. If you'd like to help out the channel financially, you can buy some merch at the merch store, or you can become a channel member. As always, everyone, thanks so much for your continued support. Do what makes you happy.